Welcome everyone. My name is Dottie. I'm Stitching Scotty. Today is October the 9th and this is 2022 and this is Flosstube number 99. One more and we'll be at 100. Yay! And we'll have a big celebration for that and some giveaways. I would like to thank everyone that helped me make my 1,000 subscribers. I'd like to thank you that have been with me from the beginning and those of you that have just recently joined. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy laughing and cutting up and stitching with me. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Just hit the subscribe button if you haven't and the like button. And place a comment below. I'd love to hear something about you, something about y'all. As you know, I ask questions every now and then to find out what my viewers are like. Because you can see me, but I can't see you. But anyway, I just thank goodness for all of y'all. I appreciate it. Today we're going to do things a little out of order again. Okay, first of all, let me explain. Parts 1 and 2 are coming. No, not parts 1 and 2. Parts 2 and 3 are coming for the Needlework Galleria. And I do apologize, but it's been a very busy week. But without further ado, we're going to get started. And for your patience, I'm going to start off with a free chart. And this one's courtesy of Red Barn Samplers, Ray of Red Barn Samplers. She is such a sweet, sweet lady. I was able to meet her at summer school, and I really, really enjoyed meeting her. She's such a nice lady and a wonderful designer. She has a free chart. It's called Jemima Fortune Cunningham 1883, and it's not very involved. And it's red work, or you can make it blue, black, green, whatever color you want to. I will link below, but I will tell you that when you go to her page and you pull it up, you're going to click on the 3 lines, and then you're going to go, and it's going to look like you're purchasing something, but it says 0.00. So click on that and you can check out, and it won't charge you anything. And it's a PDF download as usual. And this is Jemima Fortune Cunningham 1883. And it's a sweet story, so you need to watch her Flosstube that tells about this sampler. If you haven't checked out Red Barn Samplers, please go and check her out, because she is a great Flosstuber and a great designer and a sweet, sweet lady. And I'm just privileged to know her. So this is Jemima Fortune Cunningham 1883. Thank you so much, Ray. All right. Next, I would like to tell you about an opportunity for a Zoom retreat. Oh, but before I do that, wait a minute, let me back up. Okay, also something that she has designed is Red Barn Samplers has designed is W. Wallace 1878. This is exclusively sold through the attic, and you can get this by calling the attic, and they will be more than happy to mail it to you. But you do have to call them because they don't have an online shop. Okay, now we'll move right on to the Zoom retreat. Okay, first of all, Violets and Verses, my friend Jennifer that lives in Arkansas, she has a wonderful, wonderful Facebook group called Violets and Verses. Look at this picture she put on there. Is this not appropriate for Halloween? Just love it. But anyway, to get y'all in the mood, she says, I love stitching from my head to my toes. This is Violets and Verses Zoom Retreat. You're getting a cute tomato themed project complete with everything to stitch and finish. Kits will be mailed out in advance so stitching can be pre-stitched, and she does a finishing tutorial on retreat day. And let me tell you, Jennifer does wonderful retreat finishing tutorials. She's a great teacher. She has Make It, Take It projects. She's going to have 2 of those with everything needed, and there's going to be a tutorial for how to finish those. There's going to be some surprise guest speakers talking about sewing notions and history about them. And there's going to be a swag bag of stitching goodies for each participant. She's going to give away door prizes every hour. Her door prizes are amazing. She has a snack pack. And there's games also with prizes. And she has the private Facebook group for the retreat participants. And she's got everything listed. Registration's already open. If she has any openings left, you know, I just found out about it. So if she has any openings left, this is Friday, February 3rd, 7 to 9, Central Standard Time. Saturday, February 4th, from 8 to 4, Central Standard Time. So be sure and check that out in her Facebook group, Violets and Verses. And you have to answer a couple of questions and be accepted to join. Okay, and be sure and watch her YouTube channel, because Jennifer has a wonderful YouTube channel, and join her Facebook group because she puts out free patterns from time to time also. She's a great designer too. Okay, now let's get on with the stitching. Okay. All right, the first thing I did was WIPGO. And you know, this month, not this month, September, Jessie Marie Does Stuff called out, yeah, she did. She called out number 22, which was Thanksgiving Blessing by Heart and Hand. And I was supposed to, I thought I had a finish, but I was supposed to do 1,000 stitches. And this is, may blessing follow blessing, and your heart be filled with thanksgiving therefore. Okay. So, I was quite relieved when I didn't have to have a finish. Really quite relieved. I did this one on Oaken, and it's 28 count. And I used all the call for threads. And this is what I got done for my 1,000 stitches. So, I didn't get a picture made in time, but I know I got it done, so that's good. And I did 2 strands of floss over 2 threads of linen. So, I've got a little bit to do. So, that might be done by Thanksgiving, and then it might not. We'll just have to see. But anyway, I was really glad to get this one, you know, kind of commenced and started a good start on it instead of just a little bit, because it's got such a good message. And I do need more Thanksgiving decorations. So it uses mostly Gentle Arts, and it has some Week Style Works and some DMC. All right, so there's project number 1. Okay, project number 2 was the Stitching with the Housewives Trick or Treat Witch. Okay, I took this one with me to Galleria, and I worked and worked and worked and worked. And I hate to say, I was supposed to get a finish. It's number 3, Stitching with the Housewives, a finish. This is the only one this year I've never finished on time. Now, I have till the rest of the year, but still, I like to do mine in the month. And there it is. It's a lot of stitching, but it's so cute. So hopefully I can get it done by Halloween, because I'm so close. But I stitched my heart out, and I just couldn't do it. This was on black 28 count even weave. And this is what I've got done. The witch still has no hands. She still has no bands in her hat. The black band is not supposed to be black. It's supposed to be a color. I want to say it's going to be bamboo. Then there's no holder on the pumpkin. There's some little, I guess they're gumdrops or something, or pieces of candy supposed to go in the air. And the big pumpkin is not done. And she has no feet or ankles. So, and the black cat is non-existent right here. So, I have a little bit to do. So, anyway, this is 28 count. I used 2 strands over 2 of all the call for classic Colorworks design fabric. Threads. So, that's what I've got done. And I've already got my pumpkin to put it on. So, I've got to get this done by Halloween. I just have to. So anyway, hopefully, but yeah, I was very disappointed that I didn't get this one done. But when you look at it, it's so deceiving. It's like, oh yeah, I can finish that in no time flat. Yeah. Okay, the next thing, and if you're interested in WIPGO, a WIP is a work in progress. And what you do is it helps me complete things that I've just kind of let lay around. So, and I don't know why I let that lay around, because I really like it. But And stitching on black doesn't bother me anymore, but it's just, yeah. I got so aggravated with her because it would have been done had I not had to take out the pumpkin, the big pumpkin, 50,000 times. Yeah. Okay, the next one is Emily Ann Foster, and I got this when I went to the attic. And this is a red work sampler. And this is from Hands Across the Sea with Nicola Parkman. And this is on, and when you go to the attic, everything is done in 56 count. Now, everybody blames it on Jean, but it's the beautiful, beautiful samples that she has, and her saying that you can do it, that makes people buy the 56 count. This is what I got done. I also took this one to Needlework Galleria, and if you notice, I just had the top alphabet and the top line, so I got one more line and the next line done, except for the last letter, the T. The rest of my time was spent flitting around, visiting with people. I really had a good time and enjoyed it. But I'm using one strand of Alvera Soie 100.3, which I really, really, really like, and a very small needle. I think it's a 28. So anyway, I'm just doing a little bit at a time because I don't want to, you know, wear myself out. But the graphs are large, very easy to read. There's a DMC conversion if you want to do that. She has linen sizes on the back from 28 to 56 count. So, I mean, really, really good directions. And it tells all about Emily Ann, or what they were able to find out. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful sampler. So, I really like that one. Okay, and the next thing, you know, it helps if I look at the notes. The next thing we're going to talk about, oh, and that's my hashtag Sampler September piece for my wrap-up. Okay, the next thing is the hashtag Toil and Trouble Sale. And this one is a Primrose Cottage Stitches piece. And I just fell in love with this one from the minute I saw it. It's just too cute. Very, very basic lettering. And it's got the cauldron and the hat. Didn't make a lot of progress on that either. But I'm using DMCs. And this one's on, oh dear, I think it's Stormy. No, I don't remember. But anyway, is this Fabric Flare? No, it's not. I don't remember. Okay, well anyway, it's 2 strands over 2, and this is what I've got done. I got the candy corn done, and I started down on the fire. The word fire, because I'm going to do fire burn on that. So this one's coming along. Probably won't be done in time for Halloween, considering what I have to do this month in WIPGO, but yeah. So anyway, but I'm enjoying stitching it, and I really, really like Primrose Cottage Stitches patterns. They're just fun and whimsical. I like them. Okay, the next one I have, my poor little book, shows me the value of a working copy. Yes, my book is falling apart. This one's from the Sisters book by Blackbird Designs. I love this book. It's got so many wonderful designs in it. And I'm looking for the picture of the pattern. Oh, which is on my little pitiful sheet here, right there. At First Cock's Crow. Niecy Lynn and I and a couple of other ladies have been stitching on this, to my knowledge. And I'm using DMCs where I couldn't find the Gentle Arts threads. And, you know, Garden Gate was hard to find, so I'm using DMC 844. I didn't want to use a blended thread. I hate blended threads. And this one is on... This is also on Oaken, and it's 32 count, and I'm using 2 strands over 2, and I've got lots of crows done. The top, the roof of the house, and the chimneys, and part of the little cemetery done. I still need to do 2 more tombstones over here. And then I'll get down to the house, and I've started on the, looks like a bowl of fruit, maybe. And I've got some flowers and things to do. It's come along pretty good, but I don't know if this one's going to be ready for Halloween either. Probably not. But I've just been stitching along. And I stitched the border, and then I'll stitch some on the inside and stitch the border, because I don't like to stitch the border all at one time because it's monotonous. Unless I'm at a retreat. Oh, sorry. A retreat, or on a Zoom or something like that. You know, or at a stitch along. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing there. And this one, if you want to join us, it's not too late, because I'm a slow stitcher sometimes, because I stitch on so many different things. It's hashtag on Instagram, hashtag CoxCrowSal, and I will link that below also. Okay, the next things are my WIPGO projects for October. Okay, Jessie Marie does stuff called out number 1 and number 6. And number 1 is my oldest WIP, and it's the brick, and I'm going for a finish. Number 6 is Be Sweet by Annie B's Folk Art, and I'm going for a finish. Okay, don't have a lot done on either one of them. So we may be in the same boat that we were on a minute ago. I wish I'd quit hitting the phone cord, and that way I would quit knocking my camera. But this one I got in a mystery box from Southern Stitchers, and it has been released since. This is by Annie B's Folk Art, and it's on 32 count vintage Sahara. And she used mostly cross stitch color works and Weeks Dye Works. And here's my vintage Sahara, and that's what I've got done. This was my second start, because my first one I messed up really bad, and I don't usually restart stuff, but it was kind of bad. It didn't look good. I tried using 2 strands, and it was just too much for this 32 count, so I went back and started again with 1 strand over 2 threads, and that's working out a lot better. This is the first time I've ever done that. So yeah. But anyway, it's a lot of fun doing this one, and hopefully I'll get a finish on this. I got to finish the bee skip and all the flowers. Yeah, so we'll see about that. I wish I'd have gotten this one during the summer. And the last one, my oldest WIP, and I'll show you how you can tell it's my oldest WIP. It came from a magazine. Yeah, this side. It came from a magazine. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's going to be a brick cover. Okay. We did this as a stitch along at my local needlework shop. This is from the May-June 1989 issue of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. See? There you go. So, this one has a lot of specialty stitches. It has the small Algerian eyelets, the large Algerian eyelets, Smyrna crosses, mosaic stitches, French knots, lots of French knots, fly stitches, buttonhole stitches, lazy daisy stitches, and chain stitches. And this is what I've got done. Okay. So I like the bottom panel and finishing the top, finishing this over here, and I need another section kind of like this with different stuff and my name on it, and I'll be done. So this is very doable, and this is on 14 count, and then we called it Fiddler's Cloth, but now it's called Rustico. So it's an Ada. So I used to always stitch on that, but now I stitch on everything. Perforated paper, you know, perforated wood, anything. And this uses only DMC floss. So when I get this one done, we're going to celebrate here. All right, so that's my stitching, and it's October WIPGO pieces. So hopefully we'll get something done for that. Okay, now I want to show you some past Halloween FFOs, because I haven't had time to finish anything. What else is new? The first one came from the GaRon Stitchery box. It was from last year. And it's called Frank and Stitches. And it's by Bling Designs. And this was my finish. And I changed the 2 poodles to 2 Scotty dogs. You know, Gary and Ronnie have the 2 poodles standards. And I just wanted Striker and Winston on there. And it's got my floss. And Frankenstein's got a hoop and a needle. And we got the Boo buttons. And we got the chenille trim from Lady Dot Creates. And then this fabric. Everything's GaRon green. And this was a special color just for Gary. And from GaRon Stitchery. So that was fun. All right. Then, I got this, when I went to the Primitive Hairs Retreat several years ago. You know, I've noticed that the scissor blocks are very, very popular now. And she gave us a black block and a choice of patterns. And I stitched the witch hats and put the rickrack on here. And this is on 28 count linen. And I used DMC floss. And I stuck my multicolored scissors in here. And also my Praiseworthy Stitches scissor fob right here. I've got it on here. All right, and this one was on 28 count, and it was a full coverage. Okay, and I finished that myself, so that's kind of cute. Okay, and the next thing, I cannot remember the name of this. I want to call it Owl at Midnight, but I can't remember. And this is on a piece of fabric flare. I do know that, and it's 28 count. And I used all the call for threads, and it's a Blackbird design. Isn't that pretty? I just fell in love with that when I saw one of my friends, Tara, had stitched that. And it's just really, really pretty. I love it. And it's 2 strands over 2. And it's kind of witchy looking. Okay, so that's all my past Halloween finishes. I did get some Stitchy Kindness a while back from someone, and this is from my friend Mary in Virginia, and I just want to thank Mary personally. She's such a sweet, sweet friend. She stitched me this spider web, and she finished it in a hoop and put black hoops. Oh, you can tell my dogs have been around. Black felt that she pinked, and I just think he's so cute. And this is DMC black, lots of outline stitches. And the outline stitches are 1 thread. And I want to say this is on 28 count linen, even weave. All right. And my plans are just to stitch Halloween things and my WIPGO pieces. And maybe a sampler or 2. I just like to stitch everything. Now, I did have some haul that I forgot to show. Well, not haul. It was more like Stitchy Kindness. I won the, oops, where's the title page? Ooh, that's not good. Oh, here it is. Okay, I can't show you the graph. I won the Fresh Apple Pie graph off of Priscilla and Chelsea's, Stitching with the Housewives Flosstube. If you hadn't watched them, be sure and watch them. I thought this pattern was really cute and it would look good for fall. So, and I think they got this board at Michael's. So, because it says pie served here. But anyway, very, very cute and fun. I just want to thank everyone, and hopefully I will get all my videos straightened out so you'll see the rest of Needlework Galleria if you haven't already. And I just thank you so much for watching and hope you'll come back next week. Thank you so much. Happy stitching. Bye-bye.